Every year that passes, the pain lingers. December 6th, 1991, Austin, Texas. A city that prided itself on being safe, almost untouched by the violent crime that plagued other big cities. That night, innocence burned away inside a frozen yogurt shop. 4 teenage girls, Eliza Thomas, Jennifer Harbison, her sister Sarah, and their friend Amy Ayers, never came home. Jennifer and Eliza, both 17, were working the closing shift at I Can't Believe It's Yogurt. Sarah, just 15, and Amy, 13, stopped by to wait for them. The plan was simple: lock up the store, then head to a sleepover. Around 10:30 p.m., customers noticed 2 men hanging around the shop. One wore a green fatigue jacket, the other a darker coat. They sat near the counter, stalling, watching. A police officer who dropped by later said something felt off. One of the men bought a single soda, asked to use the restroom, and slipped toward the back. By 10:47, the last paying customers left. They saw the girls lock the front door. Only the 2 strange men remained. Minutes before midnight, smoke curled out of the Hillside Strip Mall. Officer Troy Gay saw it first. Fire crews rushed in, thinking it was just another small kitchen blaze. Then came the words that froze the room. "Is that a foot?" In the back, 4 bodies. Burned, bound, shot in the head. Eliza, Jennifer, and Sarah were gagged, tied with their own clothing. Amy was apart from the others. She had been shot twice, once surviving the first bullet, only to be silenced by the second. Evidence showed at least one of the girls had been sexually assaulted. Accelerant was poured over their bodies. Paper cups, napkins, even chocolate syrup had been spread around to hide blood, to erase clues. The register was light, about $500 gone. The back door was unlocked. Austin had never seen anything like it. The Harbisons lost both daughters in a single night. Eliza's sister Sonora was just 13 when she lost her only sibling. Amy's parents would never see their youngest child live out the ranch life she dreamed of. For the families, the grief was bottomless. For police, the pressure was instant and crushing. Sergeant John Jones became lead detective. From the start, the scene was ruined. Soot and water washed away fingerprints, DNA, any real trace. Still, tips flooded in. Wild theories ran unchecked. A robbery gone wrong, drug deals, satanic cults, none held. Officers chased shadows. They even raided the home of a woman accused of witchcraft. Inside, bones and trinkets littered the place. But they were animal bones, nothing more. Another dead end. Within weeks, suspicion landed on a 16-year-old named Maurice Pierce. He'd been caught with a .22 revolver at the North Cross Mall, not far from the yogurt shop. That caliber had been used in the killings. Under pressure, Pierce told police his friend Forrest Wellborn had borrowed the gun that night. He even pulled in 2 others, Michael Scott and Robert Springsteen. But when the revolver was tested, it wasn't the murder weapon. Wellborn denied it all and passed a polygraph. For now, the boys walked free. And with that, the case collapsed into silence. 8 years later, in 1999, the silence cracked. A cold case task force dug the file back up. The same 4 young men were dragged back in. This time, detectives kept them for marathon interrogations, some stretching more than 18 hours. Eventually, Michael Scott confessed. Then Robert Springsteen followed. Their stories matched. A robbery gone wrong, panic, gunfire, arson. Suddenly, after nearly a decade, police had suspects. All 4 were charged. But beneath the surface, it was shaky. No fingerprints, no DNA, no weapon. Just the words of 2 young men under pressure. In 2001, a jury sentenced Springsteen to death. In 2002, Scott was given life. For a moment, families thought it was over. They believed the girls finally had justice. But cracks spread quickly. Defense attorneys pointed to hours of taped interrogation. Detectives cornering Scott, pressing him, even pointing a gun at his head. Springsteen later admitted he caved, saying what police wanted just to end it. By 2006 and 2007, both convictions were overturned. Judges ruled their rights had been violated. Their confessions were used against one another, but neither man had been allowed to cross-examine. Then science delivered another twist. In 2009, new YSTR DNA testing revealed a male profile from one of the victims. It did not match Scott. It did not match Springsteen. It did not match Pierce or Wellborn. The DNA belonged to someone else. Prosecutors had no choice. They dropped the charges. After nearly 10 years behind bars, Scott and Springsteen walked out, not cleared, but free. For the families, it was like losing the girls all over again. Over the years, others tried to claim the crime. Serial killer Kenneth McDuff, hours before his own execution, said he did it. Another man, serving time for rape and arson, confessed too, offering grisly details. But none of it lined up. In fact, more than 50 people in total confessed to the yogurt shop murders. Every one of them proven false. In 2017, investigators tried something new. They uploaded the partial DNA profile to a public database. At last, a spark, a match. Hope surged. But the profile turned out to come from the FBI, uploaded anonymously for research. Privacy laws sealed off the name. Further testing killed the lead entirely. The markers didn't line up. Another door slammed shut. Still, that partial Y DNA remains. It is narrow enough to exclude nearly everyone. Experts believe one day, with better tools, it will speak. It could name the man who was there that night. For Austin, the yogurt shop murders left a scar. The shop itself is gone, replaced by a nail salon. In the parking lot stands a plaque. 4 names carved into it: Eliza, Jennifer, Sarah, Amy. For their families, every December is another wound reopened. 4 young lives stolen, futures erased. Detective John Jones still carries the case with him. In his closet hangs the green and white shirt he wore the night of the murders. He once promised the families he would wear it again only when the killers were caught. More than 30 years later, the shirt is still unworn. So what really happened in that yogurt shop? Was it just a robbery gone too far? 2 strangers who vanished into the night? Or something darker, carefully planned and never revealed? Maybe the truth is still out there, locked inside a few strands of DNA, waiting for the science to catch up. But this much we know. 4 teenage girls walked into a yogurt shop one night, into their jobs, into their friendships, into what should have been an ordinary weekend, and they never walked out. Austin never forgot.